What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the latest news on the Liverpool's takeover process, and we have some really interesting and exciting and some disappointing news for you guys, the Liverpool fans who are watching these videos. And if you enjoy these videos, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, turn on the bell notification so you never miss the latest updates on Liverpool's takeover situation. And also, if you want to further support my channel, press the thanks button below the video. So talks were held with potential new owners, potential new investors into Liverpool last week and this week as well, and there are rumors going around that there will be some guests attending the Liverpool-Everton game to watch the game in person and to also sit down with FSG representatives in Liverpool. February was touted by many journalists as a big month for the potential sales of Liverpool and Manchester United, both clubs in talks, and you can read a lot of speculation and a lot of rumours around Manchester United's takeover, but less news about Liverpool's takeover. And the reason for that is Manchester United are on the stock exchange, so their news about the takeover has to be made public, while Liverpool are not listed as a stock exchange. They are not a publicly traded company basically, so Liverpool don't have to disclose any news about the the takeover talks to the media, while Man United have to. I don't know the exact legal terms here, but you get what I'm saying. And football finance expert Kieran Maguires believes that a 10 or 15% sale of Liverpool could be very lucrative for FSG. Speaking to the Gegenpod football podcast, Maguire, who is a lecturer at the University of Liverpool, he thinks that John Henry would favor that model as it could prove worthwhile in the future. So this is just an expert's opinion, this is not fact, so take it with a pinch of salt. But Maguire said, certainly speaking to people I'm connected with, FSG are probably only looking for a 10 to 50% sale of Liverpool. They have tested the market and they not really got a big response at the high levels of price. FSG were thinking people would come in with 3.5, maybe even 4 billion pounds of bids for Liverpool. He is saying they paid 300 million pounds for Liverpool from the Tom Hicks and George Gillett era, and if they sold even 10% of it, then they could get their investment back, the 300 million, and effectively have the best of both worlds. It is effectively therefore zero cost to the owners, and they still own 90 or 85% of the club. Going forward in football, the type of things that owners are looking for, which is a smaller Premier League ideally of 16 teams, that would mean more lucrative tours and expanded European competitions. To have 90% of that coming in would be very beneficial for the elite groups, although the mid-tier clubs like Aston Villa, Leeds United, West Ham, it would be an absolute disaster for them. But why would anybody invest 300 million pounds into a percentage of Liverpool if they don't get a say in the running, the day-to-day running of the football club? That's what I don't get. Why would any investor come in and pay FSG 300 million and own 10% of Liverpool when you can really have almost no say? Maybe you get 1 or 2 slots at boardroom level, but that's it. And what's the point of that, other than maybe you can sell your 10% stake for a profit in 5 years? But Liverpool are in danger of not qualifying for the Champions League, are in a massive danger, and that Merseyside derby is absolutely crucial if Liverpool wants to have any small chance of qualifying for European competitions. They have to start putting a winning run together. And if Liverpool miss out on Champions League football, on Europa League football, or even on European Conference League football, that would hurt the potential value of Liverpool Football Club, and FSG could sell Liverpool for a lot less. I still think that they are leaning towards a full takeover of Liverpool. I mean, FSG want to sell the club in full, otherwise why would Mike Gordon step down from the day-to-day running of Liverpool if they didn't want to sell Liverpool, if they just wanted investment investment, then Mike Gordon would still be running Liverpool day to day, because that's what happens literally when Redbird Capital bought a stake in Liverpool. They paid like 650 million for a stake in like FSG, and yet Liverpool have seen very little money for that investment, even though Liverpool journalists were briefed by FSG that it would be brilliant for Liverpool and we could have a lot of money to spend in the transfer market. Yes, we spent in the transfer market. We spent 180 million on attacking players, which is brilliant, and I'm happy with that. But we haven't spent on a midfielder. We signed Arthur on loan for a free, literally almost a free transfer, and we didn't sign a midfielder. We signed Thiago in the past 5 years. One senior midfielder in the past 5 years. And that's the reason why Liverpool's midfield are in an absolute crisis and in decline. No investment in midfield is really costly in an incredibly high intensity, incredibly competitive Premier League. And speaking on the Blood Red Liverpool YouTube channel, finance expert Dave Powell explained that sources have told him repeatedly that nobody has shown their hand when it comes to buying Liverpool Football Club in full. Nobody has come to the table. Nobody has said, here's a huge amount of money for the football club. There has been no high-level discussion held as yet. If anything, FSG were kind of fighting a few fires in Boston in December, so the LFC sale focus hasn't really been top of their agenda. It's not something which they are exploring at the moment, according to this expert. It would be hard to make a case for them to be still competitive owners if they weren't to make significant investment this summer, because it's quite obvious that this is a Liverpool team in dire need of investment in key areas that will be very expensive. People are talking about 200, 300, maybe even 400 million pounds needed to be spent on new transfers. I don't believe 300 and 400 million is required, but literally like 200 million would get you Moises Caicedo and Jude Bellingham. And I think that would pretty much fix our midfield problems. I would still sign a very good backup right back for Trent Alexander-Arnold, somebody as good as Tsimikas just on the other side, because Trent knows he's pretty much undroppable, he has no competition, and he needs a kick up the backside. I would also sell Matip and bring in Gvardiol from Leipzig, but that would be another 50-60 million. So you are looking at signing players for 300 million minimum to strengthen really key areas in the Liverpool team, but that would make you instantly competitive, and that would make you instantly probably qualify for the Champions League, because Jurgen Klopp with a really good squad can achieve Champions League football. He has shown that time and time again. Basically, after he first came in, we have always qualified for the Champions League. This could be the first season after Jurgen Klopp came in and established himself and bought the right players that Liverpool could miss out on the Champions League. But maybe that hopefully will show the people in charge of Liverpool and in charge of Liverpool transfers that massive investment is needed in the summer. If you neglect the midfield area and if you don't invest into the midfield, the Premier League will punish you. And because it's a relentless league, and every small deficiency, every flaw that you have in your squad, in your team, the Premier League will expose it. You can't get away with an average midfield in the Premier League, because there are so many brilliant, great teams with so many great players, even the smaller sides. Look at Brentford, Brighton, Fulham. They are above Liverpool, doing really well. With the right kind of transfers, Liverpool can get back up to to challenging for the title and challenging for the Champions League. I'm pretty convinced. But either we need new owners or we need FSG to invest massively into the football club. Otherwise, there should be riots and protests. And what I don't like is that many of the big Liverpool YouTube channels and many of the big journalists are not calling FSG out publicly for their lack of investment in the midfield. It's fine that they spent money, FSG, that's not the problem, but they didn't spend it in the right areas. Who decided that Liverpool didn't need midfielder? If it was Jurgen Klopp deserves criticism for that as well, but I doubted that if Liverpool had money available in the January transfer window, I would highly doubt that Jurgen Klopp wouldn't sign a midfielder, because he publicly said that in the summer or at the end of the summer he realized Liverpool need a midfielder, and I'm sure it was crystal clear for Jurgen Klopp in January that we need a midfielder. But maybe the midfield targets that Liverpool want to buy were not available in January. That's fine, but then you sacrifice this season. You write off this season and you play the youngsters and you bet them in and develop them, and then in the summer we can spend big on the right kind of midfield targets, and also the youngsters, hopefully with 1 year more experience, will be better. Also, very important update by Jack Talbot, a journalist, that Paul Mitchell wants to return to England when his contract with Monaco expires. He is a potential new sporting director for Liverpool. Mitchell has held talks with Liverpool FC and is in the running to succeed the departing Julian Ward as a sporting director at Anfield. And apparently Man United want Paul Mitchell as well. And Monaco has made some really good transfers, so I'm really would be excited if we got this guy, because I think he's a very good expert in his field. And sources in France say that the likely destination for Paul Mitchell as sporting director is either Liverpool or Manchester United. Liverpool are the more viable option at this point. What I don't really like about Paul Mitchell is that he's a Man United fan, and he has been a Man United fan growing up. But you know, if you take a job at a rival club, sometimes it happens. I mean, Wout Weghorst is an avid Liverpool fan. He commented that when he was playing in the Netherlands, and then he signed for Wolfsburg, Burnley and Besiktas on loan, and now he's at Man United, the biggest rivals of Liverpool. So some people, even though they are Liverpool fans, Sean Dyche is a huge Liverpool fan. He said that on a podcast last year before taking the Everton job. Sean Dyche was at the Champions League final, and he was seen photographed with a Liverpool scar on his neck and supporting Liverpool in the Champions League final. So some people can take a job at a rival club even though they are supporting rivals. So even though Paul Mitchell is a Man United fan, I wouldn't rule out him becoming the new sporting director of Liverpool FC. And Sir Martin Broughton has also laid out FSG's likely thought process after putting Liverpool up for sale. He said, "I would question whether Liverpool and Man United would get the kind of prices that they floated in the media, what they wanted. Liverpool will be best off taking in co-investors to ensure the current owners can work alongside them and be satisfied that these are the right people. As I understand it, FSG are interested to see what the market's reaction is to them putting up Liverpool for sale. They could be willing sellers, they could be willing to have investors, but if they carry on owning it, that's fine for them too." That's my understanding of their position, and this is very worrying news for Liverpool fans, because I think we wanted to see Liverpool getting a full takeover done at least until the summer, so we can have massive investment coming into the football club. But yeah, let me know guys, where do you stand on this takeover talk, whether you want Liverpool to be sold immediately, whether you want Liverpool to be sold until the summer comes around, or are you happy with FSG? Let me know in the comments below. Are you FSG and FSG out? Do you want FSG to stay and invest into the Liverpool playing squad? I wouldn't be against that either. I just want Liverpool I want Liverpool successful. I want Liverpool to give Jurgen Klopp the best possible chance to win more titles and trophies. And I think it's a massive missed opportunity that Liverpool haven't invested since 2018 into the playing squad as much as like Wolves or West Ham or Aston Villa, because our net spend is lower than those clubs since 2018, because Jurgen Klopp had the potential to create a dynasty at Liverpool. And if it wasn't for Man City allegedly cheating and breaking financial fair play rules, Liverpool probably would be 3 times Premier League champions, and we would have won more than one League Cup trophy as well. But it still is the case. Jurgen Klopp still can build a dynasty. He still is at Liverpool for another like 3 years, I think. So if Liverpool sign the kind of players that is needed, Liverpool can still win another Premier League. Liverpool can still win another Champions League. But if the titles aren't given retrospectively back to Liverpool, it would be a massive shame and a massive disgrace, because this Jurgen Klopp team needs to be remembered as one of the best teams in the history of Liverpool. But if they just win one Premier League and one Champions League, then it won't be remembered like that, in my opinion. At least not in like 50 or 100 years, when people will forget how many points Liverpool finished second with. I mean, with 97 and 92 or 93 points, Liverpool finished in second place, and that has never been the case before in English football. Only Liverpool can do that, and I'm so sad, because I think Jurgen Klopp and this Liverpool, the bunch of Liverpool players who played absolutely amazing, almost perfect seasons, they deserve to be 3 times Premier League winners. Because Man City got those points totals that they beat Liverpool with through allegedly cheating and breaking the financial fair play rules. So that's my opinion. Let me know what is yours in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.